The Avengers radio series, a cultural phenomenon in South Africa back in the 1970s. South Africa was a country with no national television service. It wasn't until 1976 that the country would get its first taste of television broadcasts. But before that, radio was the primary medium of entertainment and information for the masses. This was the context when The Avengers, a British spy FI series, made its debut on South African radio and became a cultural phenomenon. The Avengers was a British television series that originally aired from 1961 to 1969. The show revolved around the adventures of John Steed, a suave and sophisticated secret agent, and his various female associates. The series was a unique blend of traditional spy thriller elements with science fiction and fantasy, which set it apart from other shows of its time. While the series was hugely popular in the UK and had also made a significant impact in the American markets, being one of the rare British series given a network transmission slot, it was virtually unknown in South Africa. This was primarily due to the lack of a national television service in the country until 1976. However, as a film series, The Avengers was able to gain some exposure in South Africa through film rentals. But it was the launch of the radio series that truly brought The Avengers to the masses in South Africa. Come and listen at www.myclassicradio.net.
Now, don't go away, because next on CBS Radio's Comedy Time are those two zany characters of many characters, Bob and Ray. And now, Bob Elliott and Ray Goulding present the CBS Radio Network. Hi, everybody, and very happy Thanksgiving to you all. I think congratulations will be in order to Mary McGoon, who served probably one of the nicest Thanksgiving dinners that I've ever enjoyed.
Oh, am I ever full? I served all of the cast here, Mary. I really enjoyed it. We've been busy for days, I know, baking pies and
all the pie, the pumpkin pie and the mince pie and the apple pie.
And
we had
potatoes.
Potatoes and stuffing, and turkey first, onions, cream style, squash, celery and olives, and hot rolls, butter, or you know what.
Some pudding we had, and
a lot of booze.
And it was really a wonderful day. We spent the whole day here in the studio, and half the cast was sound asleep.
The audience might be. And I think right here, Bob, it'd be a nice time, maybe you and myself, to take an inventory of all the things we've got to be thankful for today. One thing is that we didn't get a driving ticket coming in. I was delighted at that. So is Cyril here.
We have a little heat in the studio today, which is a change, although it seems to be getting warmer and warmer.
There's a roaring fire in the fireplace. You never had a fireplace there, did you?
They put that in before this Thanksgiving.
Is that a fireplace?
No, it isn't. It's the air conditioner.
Well, better call the emergency downstairs. Tell them that wires have been crossed somehow.
And we want to keep a little promise we made to you 2 or 3 days ago about having...
It's a great and calm and get it day. I have it down pat.
Well,
if you have the musicians play for me, Bob, I'd be delighted.
All right. Well,
the only day I want to sing it.
We can combine the two things. Ray has promised to do Great Come and Get It Day, and we've promised some rock and roll music. So we have a group called the Pinocchles here, and they're going to give you the...
Bob, I think we ought to explain how they came by this name. They had gone through their deck of cards, and they realized that the aces had been used, and the jacks, and the clubs, and the diamonds, and all. Yeah. So the only thing left was the pinochle deck. So they decided to call themselves the Pinocchles.
Well, we still could have the canasters sometime, I guess.
I think they're on the road, Bob.
They're playing now. Well, here they are anyway to back you up, Ray, in great...
Back me up? No. Only with orchestral accompaniment.
Oh, well, then we'll have to put that off. That'll be another promise.
Well, I'm afraid you'll never hear me sing it in that case.
But here anyway are the Pinocchles with their latest hit record.
Just a taste of that rock and roll rhythm. sweeping the country, and we hope that segment of our audience who have requested a little more rock and roll are satisfied with that.
So have a little more of that mince pie.
You know it, Dad. Help yourself.
Okay.
Wally Ballou, fortunately for himself, we had a phone call from Hullabaloo, his wife, this morning, and she was fit to be tied that we had sent Wally off on a holiday, particularly Thanksgiving, but to us, this is just another working day, and to Wally, it's just another day for him to plod, trying to scrape up $1.
And not only was Hulla upset, but his little boy, Baloo, was pretty mad, too.
Oh, well, poor little fella. But we told Wally that he can have off next Tuesday to make up for it.
So they're going to have that big dinner then.
That's right. Okay, then, Wally Ballou is standing by, rather chillily, I was going to say, icily, up in Herkimer, New York, with the good Professor Gargan. Come in, please, Wally Ballou.
Herkimer, New York. This is Radio's Wally Ballou, speaking from the launching site of Professor Gargan's moon rocket, which you've heard so much about via this program, and which, within the next few minutes, will be taking off on the Professor's first serious attempt to reach the moon. It's cold here. Chilly is probably the best word for it. There are a few birds still staying in the environs that do to take off for the south. I believe they just did leave for the south while I was speaking there. And, Professor, you're all set now, are you, to take off as promised for the moon?
Yes. Yes. I think, Wally, that there are several things that I should like to list here for your listeners, some changes that I've made in my plans. I have been, my imagination has been just tickled by what's been going on down at Wallops Island, Virginia, where they're setting up these sodium clouds.
Yes.
Well, you have no idea how that tickled my risibilities. So I went back into my library and took out some books to see what I could do along that line on my way to the moon.
In other words, so people could see you as you blazed the trail through the skies toward the moon.
Well, what they were doing at Wallops Island, for those of you who haven't noticed, they've been sending up a sort of a bomb, a sodium bomb that would explode about 150 miles up. In this way, they had hoped to determine, which way the wind was blowing.
Well, now, how have you managed to come close to that feat? Have you got a...
What I want to do on the way to the moon is to take time out on my trip at about maybe that height or less, and to release a powdered mashed potato.
Well, now, what can you possibly expect to achieve by doing this?
What I think we'll do, if I drop this powdered mashed potato into, say, a cloud filled with water or snow, then the prevailing winds will whip this up into a huge cloud. Picture this, if you will. A huge cloud of fluffy mashed potatoes over the entire eastern part of the United States.
Much in the manner of heavy snowfall.
Well, I don't know if it ever really fall. Maybe just kind of float around up there forever.
Hang around, have kind of mashed potato clouds.
Could blow over to Europe eventually with the prevailing winds and the rotation of the Earth being considered.
Well, of course, that's all technical.
Small little hard cider?
No thanks, Professor. We've got a lot to do here, and I prefer to keep right to business.
All right.
Now, any more technical stuff we should know before you...
I heard a scientist on the radio the other day explain how jets work. He said it was much like a balloon if you let the air out of the balloon suddenly. That the air coming out would force the balloon in the opposite direction in which the air was escaping from the balloon.
Stands to reason, yes.
I thought that would be a terrific idea if I could get a big enough balloon. So I'm going to use their example to get myself off the ground. Now, I have this big balloon here, see?
Yes?
From Peter's shoe store.
Better do a little advertising on the way.
Yes, they have a lovely...
Shall we say goodbye to you now, or will we be seeing you again? By that I mean...
Say goodbye to me now.
You're taking off now?
Yes.
All right. Well, goodbye, Professor.
Bye, Wally.
Hope you make the trip successfully, and we'll be watching for your mashed potato cloud there. Now, well, the balloon is...
A few things.
By George, it didn't take off, Professor.
Just moved about 12 leaves. They're right here opposite my machine.
Perhaps you need a bigger balloon or something with more power behind it.
Maybe a smaller rocket.
That might be the answer.
How about some hard cider?
Maybe I would.
Wow.
A little bit. This is Wally Ballou returning you unsuccessfully to Matinee in New York.
Well, you said it quite successfully turned out, Wally, and thank you again for that.
Just one frustration after another with poor Groggins.
Well, I think that's the story of science. I really do. Now then, we have this word from a dear subscriber.
Bonjour, I am Jacques Leroy, expert on the stereophonic phonograph. I will now clear up this whole subject. S'il vous plaît, listen to ordinary stereo. A girl crossing the street. Eh bien, now on Columbia Stereo 1. That was a pretty girl crossing the street. Quelle différence! The fantastic Columbia Stereo 1 phonograph gives you all the realism and excitement of a live performance. Like in a moment, mademoiselle. Oh la la. Oh, pardon. You see, only Columbia has exclusive stereo projection. Not just a few separated speakers, no, but multiple speakers that send interlocking circles of sound through every inch of the room. See the Columbia phonograph man to tweet. Columbia Stereo 1 portable start at $39.95. Consoles from $129.95. Attendez, ma chérie! Wait for me!
And now, as a sustaining feature of the Matinee Show, we bring you another episode of One Fellow's Family. Today's episode, entitled Everyone's Home for Thanksgiving, is taken from book VMCLI, Chapter I, X, page 114. It's Thanksgiving Day as we look in on Mother and Father. They're standing in the kitchen preparing the huge Thanksgiving dinner.
Good. Sandy, you've gone to a great deal of work in getting this meal ready.
Huh?
I say you've gone to a great deal of trouble to get a delicious dinner ready.
Well, I'm so excited at the thought of all the children coming home for Thanksgiving.
We heard for most of them last week. There's the first one now. Hello, which one is it, Sandy? Oh, it's a telegram.
Oh,
Not one of the children, eh? Who's it from, Sandy?
it's from Claudine.
What did she say?
Said I have been unavoidably detained in Tiffin and be unable to join you for the holidays.
That's too bad. I look forward to seeing Claudine. Well, the rest of them will be here soon anyway.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yes.
It's been so long since we've seen Claudine.
Yes. I don't taste of stuffing, Sandy.
What's it saying?
Yes, delicious.
I wonder who that could be.
Well, let me get it this time. Probably Pauline or Nadine arriving. Oh, yes.
Telegram.
Another telegram, Sandy.
Oh, and you don't suppose it's another.
Oh, it's from the twins, Marlene and Darlene.
And they're what? They're coming?
No, they can't make it. So they've been unavoidably detained.
Oh, and how'd they love to...
Well, that could be somebody.
Hello, well, welcome home. Telegram from Christine.
Who is it, Sandy?
Telegram from Christine. Says that I will be here 30 days and will be unable to join you for the holidays.
Too bad. Well, it looks as if we're going to have the right...
Wait a minute. There's still at the door.
Maybe it's Pauline.
Hello, remember me, your boy, and our Western Union fella.
Well, won't you come in and have Thanksgiving dinner with us?
You have been listening to One Fellow's Family, a sustaining feature of the Bob and Ray Show. Today's episode, entitled Everyone's Home for Thanksgiving, was taken from book VMCLI, Chapter IX, page 114. One Fellow's Family is written and produced by T. Wilson Messy. This is a Messy production.
Good. Well, look, we're just about to the end of our rope for today, and our annual Thanksgiving program is coming to an end. There's a little bit more, though, and we'll have an unusual sound for you in just 10 seconds.
Ray Goulding reminding you now that here's that sound. Good. And look, another thing. If we've hurt anybody today, we're sorry about it, boss. Please.
And until tomorrow, this is Bob Elliott, reminding you to write if you get work.
And hang by your thumbs, too, please.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, Nielsen and Nielsen, Sunday on the CBS Radio Network. The CBS Radio Network.